one of the hardest things to do when installing a valve is figuring out where to put this fucking thing, especially when it's not a mowing, and especially when it's colder. We're already a week behind installing this because, like I said, when it comes to colder, from my past experience, I always have such a bad experience that it never works. It's Kohler does some weird stuff. For example, the reason we're a week behind is because when they shipped out this valve, they only shipped out this part, and this part wasn't part of it. And this itself is what turns it off. If we install this valve without this part right here, the homeowner wouldn't be able to shut their water. It would have been always constant. So, and it has a diverter on the bottom also, so you would have to have another one with the bottom one to turn it on, and that controls the function. But that's just Kohler being Kohler. And another thing, so like I said, right now we figured it out. We're gonna put it 2 inches away, so when the finish ends up, it's gotta end up literally right there. So we talked to everyone. Everyone's on the same page, the tile guy. Because if you don't figure this out, you're going to be breaking tile. And this one's stucco. So, like I said, the hardest part about installing valves like this is just taking your time and double checking, triple checking. Also, this little diverter, if you don't read the directions, it tells you to take that internal plug out if you're doing 2 functions, which we are. On this one, we're going to do 1 function on the top and another handheld right there. So we gotta remove this little plug and take it off. And if you don't do that, you gotta break the tile to get to it, or the back, which this one we can't. That one's stuck on this one. This is drywall. That's not a big problem. We could figure that out. But when it comes to this one, that right there, we're in stucco. So, like I said, that's the hardest part about doing these valves is double checking, triple checking. And you won't know until finish comes if you did it right. And like I said, the biggest thing is also texting your contractors and letting them know, like, hey, this got to be exactly with tile ends. It has to be 2 inches from this stud. Because sometimes they won't do it and then your valve doesn't work. Or they try to float it and it doesn't work, and this literally has to be 2 inches or we're fucked. But yep, that's what takes the longest. Once we do all the hard things and figuring it out, the piping is easy. But this is what we can't sleep at night. Like I said, I gotta make sure you take that plug out. And I know people are like, why do you need 2 shower valves? I don't fucking know. Everyone has their preference. If everyone wanted to install mowing, then we will live in a perfect world. And that's why I tell people, like, a lot of people don't want to drive Toyota Camrys, and when you install this type of valves, you're gonna get, like, I call these like a BMW. This is a BMW of valves, and we got to charge BMW prices to install this because it's such a headache. Because if we make a mistake, we got to break tile. And like I said, we're a week behind because I read the directions. This is just a mixer, and I was like, hey, this is the wrong valve. This is not gonna work. And if you hire the wrong plumber, they're gonna tell you, well, you provided this valve, I just installed it. It's your job to literally look at the directions, figure out that this is not gonna work. Like I said, you gotta remove that plug.
Don't pro press this thing. The one's going up.